All right. Welcome in, everybody. We'll be getting started in just a moment. Pretty excited for today's connected focus stream. The community spans the world, and it's awesome to see and hear players from everywhere. Yeah, especially, well, I guess it could be said about many games nowadays, but the Tetris community is definitely a worldwide endeavor. We had champions from USA, Japan, and Indonesia last year. All right, so I will be setting up some lobbies here with some early birds that signed up to play tonight. And if anybody else would like to play, maybe we'll drop some room codes into the Twitch chat later tonight. And yes, I am Austin from Enhance. We are going to have a community showcase tonight featuring the Connected versus game mode. If any of you are signed up for the Connected Teams tournament, I will try to break down the mode a little bit for any new players, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And if anyone's looking for a team, definitely check out the Discord server. We have form a team channel, and don't be shy, because we technically need team captains in order to form the teams, and I'm definitely down to help if anyone needs help forming a team for the tournament. I think we have, I want to say, around just under 10 teams right now, but hopefully we can get that number up so that we can have some extra, maybe a tier tournament, so that we have more casual teams, and then we have our try-hard teams or our pro teams. And yes, if you haven't already, be sure to register. I think my voice works on this slide now, unlike last stream. Okay, and without further ado, I'm going to get the let's get some Connected versus rolling here. So you can probably hear myself navigating through the menus as we get set up. Oh, one thing real quick. Welcome in, Call Me Star, who I believe just got a Steam copy recently. Have you been playing on the Steam version of Tetris Effect Connected? So yeah, we're gonna do some Connected versus. Maybe we can also do some Connected co-op, some Maniac runs or something like that. But yeah, I'm about to share our first room code for the early birds that reacted to the Discord message. So yeah, if you're in that thread, I dropped the message there. Wonder who's gonna pick boss. But yeah, in these early games, I'll probably try to break down what's happening a little more for our newcomers, or anybody trying to learn more about Connected Versus. Feel free to ask any questions as the matches unfold. Don't be shy. Myself and I'm sure some other core community members will be in the chat, willing to answer any questions. So it looks like we have Call Me Star in here, Diamond JP, and you might as well just share the screen here. Looking for one more player from that thread, and then yeah, we'll probably drop some room codes in the Twitch chat later tonight as well. Which thread should I be looking for? You know what? It's Espeon. If you're in the Twitch, if you hear me right now, feel free to hop in. And we'll get started. All right, let's see if this works. I have a, yes, I can draw red circles on the screen in case I need to show where anything is. So, yeah, we have Penala Kala from Great Britain on the boss here. You know what? Call Me Star and It's Espeon are some pretty skilled players. And It's Espeon doing a 4-wide. Which I do not know if a 4-wide is advised for connected versus, but typically with the One Piece preview, you are going to want to go for a more Tetris-heavy build, something conservative. But Penala Kala showing their T-spin knowledge, so we'll see what they can do against our decent players here on the left side. Let's turn down the game settings here. All right. Ooh, a little greedy there. Maybe they accepted more damage than they realized. It looked like, oh no, that was unfortunate. I think they might wanted to have set up a C-spin. You guys are welcome to replay that round if you would like. If Penala Kala would like another go there. But yes, we have 3 SS tiers all around. So our team is pretty strong. But yes, in Connected Versus, you can see our boss will be building a gauge around their avatar here in the bottom right. And early on, like one Tetris will do it, especially with Area 1, right? The Area 1 attacks tend to be a bit more frequent. Actually, I feel like the first few attacks are usually very potent and only require like one Tetris line clear. Yes, and then, that was way off there. You can see the timer here for the zone meter, so when that depletes, they can no longer place within the 3-player zone. But these players are fast enough that it's not too important. Also, the players are doing a pretty good job staying in their own lane and helping each other out here. All right, so we have a much stronger game here from our boss. So we'll see if they can redeem themselves. And yes, Penala Kala is playing as Taurus. It's the 3rd boss available in Area 1, which can spawn giant pieces, which... Oh, there we go. We have some giant piece spawned for Diamond JP on the very right. When Taurus is really strong is if you can quickly get that rain to follow up on the giant piece spawning. So rain, as we'll see in a moment, will kind of litter pieces around the board. And that's a very potent combo due to the fact that it kind of creates jaggedness with your giant pieces, if that makes sense. So yeah, Taurus is, if you're newer to the game, it's probably a strong boss to start with. Pretty much any of the Area 1 bosses will be new player friendly. I would argue that some of the later bosses require a little bit more in terms of strategy. One thing we could talk about too is that the Area 1 bosses Ooh, only one player. Let's see what its Espeon can do here. So yeah, much stronger game from our boss. Alright, it's Espeon with a 20. It was fairly quick, so... Okay, only sending... you can see that the white lines under our boss right now are garbage lines, and the lines that just spawned in are a little bit weaker. You can see it has like a gray hue to it. Maybe I can highlight it. So yeah, right around here, compared to the solid white above it. These solid white lines will take longer to clear. And yes, players clapping into the beat right now. One way that its Espeon can speed this up is by clearing Tetrises or T-spins. Will bring the players back into the game sooner than later. It's like Penala Kala looking to bring down the board a little bit. Its Espeon already filled up the gauge by about a third of the meter. So yeah, right around here you can see that its Espeon, there it is, already has like about a half of the meter at this point, kind of doing a solid for their team right now. And yes, when that fills up, they will enter the zone. But kind of a strong chain of attacks from our boss. It's Espeon just trying to speed right through it and then work to downstack. Call Me Star has a pretty solid board right now. Penala, I like how Penala is playing their... I would like to say they're greeting for these T-spins, which do have a small bonus, but it can be very scary. Given the height of their board. Curious if its Espeon will manage to stay alive here. And it looks like they will go into that two-player zone. I think our boss should be in an okay position. Hopefully they can kind of even out the right side of their board there so they can start Tetrising. Spicy game indeed. Welcome in Super Shocky. Ooh, and Penala finds the PC and connected as the boss. That was pretty cool. That PC actually might have saved them. Ooh, interesting placement. Penala is going to want to bring this board down. They're actually set up for attack, so when you press the same button that you use for zone and zone battle, oh, looks like they didn't IRS that Z piece properly. But that was a close game. That was a solid, spicy game, as Super Shocky stated in chat. So GG's. It's Espeon doing some work, staying alive and resurrecting their teammates. So Super Shocky, I believe you have a team. Team Yoshi is participating in the connected 3v3 teams tournament, available at, well, you can sign up for that via start.gg/TECWC. But, yeah, if anybody else would like to hop in, we have Sayonara, Super Shocky. Oh, looks like the heavy hitters are stopping in here now. So Super Shocky is the boss. We may need another strong teammate here. I don't know if anybody else is going to try to hop in here, but you know what, Diamond JP, you're welcome to play again. I know you have a more limited time tonight. Or call me Starworks as well. But we also have Star Shower in here. Maybe we can get Star Shower to hop in here, as they are the newcomer to the room. All right, this looks good. And yes, we are going to have an Area 2 boss. Yeah, so for the Connected Teams tournament, how it works is the lower seeded team, or like the higher ranked team in the bracket, will they'll decide if they want to play as team or boss first. And then for game 2, the opposing team, they would just swap sides, so whichever team did not play as boss will play as boss. If it comes to a tiebreaker, the teams will actually do a 1v1 tiebreaker, because it doesn't necessarily seem fair for them to do connected versus a tiebreaker. So also, it's kind of exciting to showcase some of the 1v1 capabilities of a team, right? Welcome in, Flying Toaster. That is a familiar name. Did he play in the 2022 tournament? Yeah, hope you're looking forward to it. Obviously, the format is a bit different this year. We have the one-day tournaments, which I think will, for the most part, be less of a headache for everyone involved, right? Trying to schedule matches, and especially at a casual level, that was quite difficult, with people being all over the world and stuff like that. So we do have 2 time slots, and it'll be nice to have everyone in the same place at the same time. So yeah, really excited for this year's tournaments. And yes, we also have a Connected Teams tournament this year. Last year that was only an invitational, and with that being an invitational, you know, some players may feel left out. So why not open up a Teams tournament to anybody that would like to participate? Don't be shy when it comes to finding a team. We do have a Form a Team channel in the Enhanced Discord, and I'd be happy to help coordinate match players within that channel if needed. Also, if you're having any trouble creating a team, actually putting the team together in Start.gg can be a little bit complicated. I can do that on my end using the ever so sweet admin powers in Start.gg, so definitely let me know if you guys are having any issues forming a team. Alright, so this is the second zone from our team. Players are using those purple magic Minos to kind of fill out the gaps. If you have any problem areas in your board, just smack that purple Tetramino right over it, and it'll fix your errors and clean up your board. Also, you can help your teammates that way. So if you see that your teammate has any mistakes on their board, you could always use that magic Mino to clear up any errors they have. Nalakala loves their T-spins. I definitely appreciate it, especially in in the connected mode. I'd say it's kind of a high-level thing to try to go for a lot of T-spins when you have One Piece preview. It's a lot harder to set up T-spins properly, so they're doing a good job considering. But if you are a newer player, I would suggest trying to just go for Tetrises the old-fashioned way with that One Piece preview and get your zone beater up quickly. Because while T-spins do technically, I feel like you can be more efficient if you include T-spins into your connected versus play. It can also lead to more errors in your stack and stuff like that, given the One Piece preview. So, yeah, don't be afraid to play conservative and stack the old-fashioned way. with a Tetris wheel on the far left or right. So we have Sayonara made their way into this round. And actually, I was going to say, Sayonara is a very strong connected player in general, but looking like Super Shocky is putting on some pressure with Libra. And yeah, you better watch out if you're playing against Team Yoshi, that Super Shocky will be a part of, with, I believe, Yoshi, I want to say Yoshi Os, AUS. And who's your other teammate, Super Shocky? I can't remember off the top of my head. OSW, yes, who is a very strong player to have, considering the 1v1 element as well. So if it gets to a 1v1 tiebreaker, I feel like you'd have score attack, classic score attack, and zone battle covered, right? So yes, Team Yoshi will be a threat. All right, yeah, we can keep cycling players in and out here. If anybody is trying to make, let me pull up my Discord. I think some players are trying to make their way into this lobby. If anybody that's been around for a minute wants to leave the lobby, that'd be appreciated. Oops. Try to get the Black Tiger and looks like Taco and Diablado. Interesting name. Oh, we have another newcomer, Yoshi. Speaking of Team Yoshi. Yoshi 100. Yeah, if we could have one more player swap out, that'd be great. So yes, Team Yoshi represent. If you haven't registered already, be sure to register. I think we have all our returning champions. If you are a high-level player that is just looking for that sweet competition to test your skills. I don't believe Kazu has actually registered yet, but Kazu is confirmed to participate. We have Stefania Nenu in Classic Score Attack, who was our recent champion, as well as Super Shocky, who's in our chat, was our Score Attack champion. So I'm really looking forward to this year's tournament in that regard. Yes, 100 astronomic units. Definitely what it means. I hope that'd be actually amazing if that's what it means. Okay, well, we can roll with whoever's in the lobby right now. Feel free to take a slot. Black Tiger, Yoshi 100, Blue Guitar, I think are our newcomers, if you'd like to select a slot. And we'll get this rolling. And yeah, we can have Diamond JP hop in as well. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to plug my Tetris Effect merch real quick. Today I'm rolling the red shirt. Actually, I like the red with the tournament logo. Kind of looks nice. Yeah, exclamation point merch in the Twitch chat if you are interested in rocking any Tetris Effect gear as you play. It may grant you good luck, who knows. Welcome in Being Sarcastic to our YouTube. Players, don't be shy, and we'll get this started as soon as you all are ready. Yes, we also have stickers I have a few holographic stickers right here, in conjunction with our other merchandise available. So yeah, you guys are welcome to get started here. Blue guitar, feel free to give it a go. All right, there we go. Let's do it. So it looks like we're going to get representatives from each connected area. I believe this is Gemini, correct? The twins. Gemini is a pretty fun boss to play, in my opinion. We'll see their power shortly. I think their power up takes a little bit of time to charge. But they can send double, like, they're called twin pieces, I believe. So you can send pieces that are attached to each other to your opponent, which we'll see momentarily. Yoshi seems to have that one piece preview boss speed, so one to be reckoned with in our connected tournament. They do have some errors in their stack, but they're seems like they're just Tetrising right over it, which is probably a good idea. Meanwhile, our team is looking clean here. I like that they're, for the most part, kind of like staying in their lane. You can see mostly yellow on the left, blue in the middle, red on the right, and then they help out as needed. I feel like that's a pretty helpful tip for any new players, as it'll kind of speed up your zone process. You want to move fairly quickly to get to the top against a competent player here like Yoshi. Yes, whiteboard tech. I thought about it. I was thinking, like, earlier today, it can usually be difficult to explain what's happening on a Tetris board to new players, right? Especially when there's a lot happening quickly. So I'll give the whiteboard a go. The John Madden approach. I'll have to get better at it, though. I don't think I'm too accurate. Let's see. How's my spelling? Had a bit of an early top out for our blue guitar player on the right. Looking like Call Me Star is going to have to pull a solid and find a way to stay alive here. Gemini can really hit hard if you get a right sequence of blitzes. Blitzes being attacks from the boss. That is the official term. So far, Call Me Star doing a pretty good job. I'm gonna need to turn on the Purify mode and just try to do the best of downstack. Now this, okay, I would try their best to delay. Oh, because blue guitar was so close to resurrecting there. Maybe if they dialed back the speed just a hair. But I can fall victim to that as well, because it can be hard to slow down when you want to play Tetris fast. Welcome in, Skylar. Getting some really early evil twins, yes. Yeah, Yoshi is it seems like a pretty strong boss. All right, looks like all our players will spawn in momentarily. Yeah, let's get Black Tiger in here. I think they're the only player that hasn't played just yet. And maybe Blue Guitar or Yoshi if you'd like to play another round, since you are the newest players in the room. Fishy. No, it's Espeon. It's keeping the trend. We are going from area to area. So this is probably the most popular Area 4 boss. If I want to... if I recall, right? I think this is kind of in the metagame at high level. Because if you get to late game with this Area 4 boss, it can be very difficult to deal with. And maybe we could see that in full display. But this is actually a very strong team on the left, or connected team in general. So they should be able to put some pressure on Espeon so that they can't take advantage of this boss's blitzes, which can fragment the opponent's pieces and really make it difficult for players to stack without creating more issues on their board. Early on here, like this three-piece isn't too difficult, but if its Espeon gets to the later phases, this is a very strong boss. So I'd say the goal, if you are this Area 4 boss, is to play conservative, play defensive, put on pressure as needed. Just try to get to the later game where your attacks are much stronger. Yes, Capricorn. No rotation is no fun. It's no fun unless, like, sometimes you have, it just happens that you have the right piece at the right time. That's always a great feeling when you're, like, on the no rotation blitz, and then you're like, oh wait, I have all my pieces just happen to work perfectly. But otherwise, you're going to be pretty much sitting there. But yes, we have Pentaminos. I think playing against this boss is actually pretty fun, even though it is a strong boss, right? There are some clever strategies and like things you have to do to play the most effectively as a team. And setting up Pentaminos and fragmented pieces can make for some interesting stacking, right? Pentaminos more so than the fragment. Fragment can be very frustrating to deal with. Or I guess it's called broken. We should call it by its proper name here. So we are getting into a stronger broken phase. As you see these pieces, like Sayonara sitting on this piece that they're rotating over and over because, oh, they did find a clear. They could take it, but I guess they're trying to... The thing is, if they take this clear, that just means they're going to have other broken pieces spawn in. So yeah, they were waiting for that to turn back to normal before they keep going. So very clean stack from Sayonara. And it's Espeon with no garbage, so they can kind of level up their attacks and prepare for the later phase of Capricorn. You prefer Aquarius over Capricorn? With the squeeze blitz, that's what it's called, right? Dingo, will you be participating in our teams tournament? Welcome in. That speed for defense, though. Yeah, this is it's Espeon is a great connected player in general. They play a lot of the Maniac mode lobbies. Same with Black Tiger, Sayonara. I guess Blue Guitar is our newcomer in this group. They are in good company. And I say newcomer, but they're still playing very well. It's just that Sayonara and Black Tiger and its Espeon are known for their ability to play in the connected format. Yeah, Blue Guitar looking for some Pentomino solves, which can be fun, and they're actually doing a pretty good job. So yeah, when you pick Area 4, all of the bosses have the high stakes blitz. There is going to be shared blitzes among bosses of certain areas. And now looking like Sayonara is having the cleanest board so far. Where is my mouse right now? Oh, wow. So one thing to note, and this is more of a high-level thing, but when you go into the zone, you want to... Your zone is going to be more powerful if you have no lines cleared when you go into zone. So they had an empty well all the way to the bottom within their 20 rows, meaning that this attack has potential to be very potent if they can work through this quickly. But unfortunately, they seem to have overstacked a little bit, so its Espeon will be in a pretty comfortable position to put on a lot of pressure here. Got the no next box, testing my drawing abilities. Gotta work on this. I'm gonna practice before the actual tournaments. Work on my, see if I can climb the ranks in terms of drawing over Tetris. Work on my SR. Yeah, blue guitar up a little higher. They're actually doing a pretty good job of downstacking right now. Yeah, Penomino is much easier to deal with. If our boss here can get some broken spawns, it'll give them a lot of control over the pacing of the game. Oh, it looks like they're trying to just put on a lot of pressure, trying to get some bump ups, so throwing a lot of speed into it. One tip for any bosses out there, when you get blitzes like broken, or when you play Area 1, the soft drop blitz, it's a good time to try to stack a little higher on your board, and maybe you can chain up your attacks, right? So in this case, like, its Espeon can, not in this case because they're not unbroken, but I think they're already so high on their board that they are going to want to just put on the pressure. So it's Espeon in a great position right now to take this. It looks like they are delaying it, so kind of going with what I stated there, because yeah, you can just force your opponents to be on broken for a little longer if you just build up your attacks. Its Sayonara is actually pretty low on the board though, so blue guitar should be able to spawn in unless Sayonara gets some brutal blitzes right away, but doesn't seem to be the case. Thing is, its Espeon has no garbage on their side, meaning they can still continue to put on this pressure and try to find some way to remove Sayonara from, at least from this upcoming zone. Yeah, and something that can get lost on newer players, you have to hit one of the rotation keys in conjunction with the, if you can see, there is kind of like a red circle continually going into the middle. When it hits the middle here, when it hits the dot, you want to hit a rotate key to clap, and that'll help you revive quicker. And yeah, if you're looking for some kind of incentive to join the team tournament, if you're on the fence, we do have some pretty cool prize packages in the works. for that tournament. There is no cash prize, but to make up for it, we are going to have some pretty cool goodies for our winners. So more on that in the future, near future. Playing connected in zone battle, not my strong suit. Are you more of a score attack player? And classic score attack, I guess, is a similar format. You know, players can kind of play at their own pace, which is nice until you get to the higher levels, of course, on classic score attack and score attack. Yeah, connected has more player interaction, whereas the score attack formats have you have complete control over the situation, right? And you're not going to be accepting attacks, which I can understand would be less stressful for some people, depending on the way you like to play. But zone battle is definitely my favorite versus format in the multiplayer modes. But everyone knows I like it all. I played a lot of classic in my day. And I think the connected versus team mode offers pretty unique multiplayer to Tetris Effect Connected that it can be fun. I treat it more casually personally, but yeah, we definitely have some diehard connected versus players. It's Espeon in a pretty good position here. It looks like it's going to be up to Black Tiger to kind of keep their team alive. Depending on what kind of blitzes come in here, Black Tiger could be in trouble. They're probably going to want to hold off when they get broken. Yeah, looks like they're stalling for the time being. Sayonara, very close to reviving. Ooh, I like it. Black Tiger using... It looked like the long bar was just sitting in place there, but they were just spamming on the rotate keys to prevent that soft lock, which is pretty smart thing to do. It just looks funny with the eyepiece. I see it more often with the square piece. And this is actually a pretty long game here. When you have players like Sayonara and Black Tiger working together, they're very comfortable with knowing how to... It's called death cycling, so if you're under a lot of pressure, yeah, they're very competent when it comes to knowing when to stall and how to get back into this game. But it's Espeon kind of in the driver's seat still, but unable to find any kind of kill, just because these players are doing a great job of staying alive and working together. Although it's Espeon with a few misdrops, should kind of delay this upcoming blitz. Just find a T-spin to clean it up. And it's Sayonara maintaining a low board state. Yes, I am very excited for the Connected Teams format. I think it's one of the most fun formats to watch as a spectator, due to the fact that it includes every mode in Tetris Effect Connected, right? And I don't know if you've played any other competitive video games where they have like crew battles, but each player will have ringers for 1v1 modes as well. So if a Connected Teams tournament goes to the ace match, that means they will play every 1v1 mode in the same tournament, and players from each team are going to have to showcase their skills. And sometimes in game modes they're not comfortable with, so if it gets to the ace match, that means the last remaining players are going to have to play the last remaining mode, and maybe neither player would be competent in that mode. So it can be fun to watch because there's a lot of room for upside potential, stuff like that. And that will be on October 7th in America, so October 8th Europe and Asia. My boyfriend is awful at Tetris, but can play Connected with me since we are working together, and he can get carried a bit. Yeah, personally, like, I'm at a fairly high level when I play in ranked mode, but I like getting into the lobbies where you have to try to work with the underdogs, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, but it can feel good to be that carry. And it's Espeon finally puts on enough pressure to take out this pretty strong team there that was throwing in a lot of high level plays to kind of stick it out there as they were cycling. But when you get in that cycle, it can be very hard to get to the zones and kill the opponent, kill the boss in this situation. So that was a long game. Well played from everyone involved. All right, who is next? Check Discord and see if anybody else wanted to hop in here. So there should be some open slots. Looks like our enhanced moderator, Wabi, found their way in here. And Bammy Chang Chang, another new face. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. From Netherlands. Yeah, we do have some strong Netherlands players playing this year. Sidnev is playing Classic Score Attack, and they are a very competent player in the Classic Tetris World Championship and should be able to throw down in the Classic Score Attack tournament. Kelvin, I don't know if Kelvin is playing in TECWC, but they are a very strong zone battle player. Those are the two Netherlands players that come to mind instantly. I don't really understand the grading system. In zone battle, I consistently get A or occasionally S, but fairly easily get SS for connected despite not playing differently between the modes. Yeah, some of them might be harder than others depending on your skill set, right? Getting SS in zone battle can actually be pretty difficult. Probably one of the harder ones to get SS in rather than... Well, I say that, but it depends on the skill set, as I mentioned. Oh, yeah, I do think that's a Steam issue. If you're playing on Steam Deck, I'm not sure how you can fix that. If you're playing on Steam PC, I believe it's tied to your Windows settings, so just make sure your region is set correctly there. But yeah, on Steam Deck, it can be a little difficult. I've seen that. We've had that reported in the past. It can be hard to change your country code on a Steam Deck. Yeah, Zone Battle is based on APM, so you know what? It's actually easier to get SS when you have a competent opponent that will be sending you attacks, because you get a lot of APM in Zone Battle from sending your opponent's attacks back to them. You know, full counterattack tennis mode, which is kind of unique to Zone Battle in all of the multiplayer modes. But yeah, if you have a strong opponent that's sending you like clean wells and garbage for you to use to just create Tetrises, that'll help you get an SS rank. Black Tiger with a thumbs up. Anybody that's lurking in the lobby, let's see if we can get some emote spam. I'm not in enough friend lobbies to ever see that happen. There we go. Got a heart from Yoshi. Sweat from Blue Guitar on the right. All right. I see Liz. Welcome in. Is the CTWC TEC thing still? Yes, it is happening. We are going to have some announcements on that soon. We are confirmed to be at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo It'll be October 13th through the 15th. I'll be there. We may have another enhanced staff member that will be there as well. And yeah, we'll be setting up some mini tournaments, stuff like that. And players will have a chance to have their matches showcased during the CTWC streams, because we'll have our matches. We'll have some show matches or like tournament finals show up on the CTWC stream from the live event itself. We'll have a booth with 2 stations set up, and players will be playing some matches there. But yeah, more info on that sooner than you think. Next week we'll be sharing some CTWC information. And Call Me Star with the win. I was mostly answering questions. I didn't get to see what was happening. But yeah, Call Me Star taking the Fish King. Pisces, a very difficult boss to deal with at all levels. If you are looking to, if you're more of a casual player, Pisces can be a great introductory boss to get far within our connected tournament. And there are no limitations on which boss you can pick in the early rounds. If you make it to the top 4, you are going to have to alternate, or you can't use the same boss more than once. But in the general matches before the top 4, yeah, you'll be able to select any boss. So Pisces is a great selection, or Area 1 bosses in general. Looks like we have a newcomer in here. Salil PT, I want to say. Feel free to hop in. Looks like Wabi will be playing some Scorpio, which has a blitz that will make it so players have to place their pieces right away. It is a high gravity blitz, which can be actually pretty difficult to deal with in the right hands. Oh, somebody else want to hop in? I could play, but I'm having a good old time just talking with chat here. All right, Blue Guitar stepping in. We have a wide range of avatars here. In what game does a wolf, a elk, and a boxer team up? Tetris Effect Connected, of course. Against a scorpion. Or some random JRPG out there. All right. It's Paulini. You are absolutely correct. I think Area 2 is my personal favorite, or the soundtrack in-game. But I don't know if you guys have listened to our recent, earlier this year we updated the soundtrack on any streaming services near you, Bandcamp, etc., which we are on Bandcamp. I believe there is a discount on the album on Bandcamp currently. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, when you listen to the official soundtrack, I actually really like Area 4. I can't remember the title of the song off the top of my head. Let's see, maybe I can drop a soundtrack link in Twitch chat. I believe we have a command for it. Roses, yes. Oh, that's for Humanity. Well, Humanity has a great soundtrack as well. But, yes, Roses from the official soundtrack. If you just search Tetris Effect Connected soundtrack, and you should find the latest editions on your preferred streaming platform, YouTube, etc. Area 2 is your least favorite. I feel like it's the most fast-paced, so it gets people, like, if you're in the mood for that, and usually in a competitive environment, that fast pace can kind of, kick in the adrenaline. one gear further. Although maybe you could argue like Area 5 can do that for some people, but that's my theory for why it's probably the most popular. You like the haunting vibe. Yeah, I think Area 4 does a good job of that vibe you're talking about. Ooh, Wabi falling under pressure. Some strong teamwork here from Yoshi, Blue Guitar, and Salil. Taking out our enhanced moderator, who Wabi will be helping us with the tournament, so you may see their name hop around if you're competing next month. Eight-player lobbies are satisfying. I don't get eight-player lobbies enough. This is an 8-player game. It says so on the physical box. All right. Ooh, Blue Guitar going with Gemini. Another return of Gemini. Maybe next game we should get a Tetramidian in the action. We haven't seen any Area 5 yet tonight. I could personally take the liberty of being our boss. Oh, is it Virgo? Oh, you're right, it is Virgo. Okay. Everyone's favorite to play against. The infamous Virgo. So Virgo will make their signature blitz is to make it so that you cannot rotate your pieces, which of course everyone loves having to sit there and not play, but it can be fun in certain situations. And it's actually probably fun to play as a boss because when the team cannot rotate, that allows you to stack up and kind of prepare to chain your next group of attacks, because you want to not apply the next blitz right away when the team has to deal with the no rotation blitz, right? So playing it as a boss can be fun strategically, just the timings and whatnot. But as to the team, not everyone's favorite boss to play against. I did mention earlier it can be fun when you do get that correct string of pieces to even play through no rotation, but it doesn't happen too often. And here we go. Salil. There we go. Was in trouble there. Oh, I like how their T's been maintained. That was actually kind of interesting. So Blue Guitar a little bit high on the board here. They're actually not going for defense. A good time to go for defense is actually right now, when the player has no rotation on. I think generally that's like the most popular way to deal with or to utilize no rotation as a boss, is to play defensively while the team is having to deal with not playing the game. Twist is the attack that enrages me when it hits me. I think personally my least, or I get most frustrated against Area 1 bosses. There can be some very strong sequences of attacks with soft drop only, and I feel like it's very limiting when you get like 3 soft drop only in a row against like a very strong boss, right? Let's see if they can get that 19 line, maybe? Hit an 18. That's actually pretty quick, too. So, yes, that'll put a huge dent into Blue Guitar's board as they are at the very top. And GG. Now let's test my John Madden abilities here. S. SS around the whole team there. Okay. I am going to step into the fray as Tetramidian. Yeah, thanks for playing so far, Blue Guitar. Are you in a team for the Connected Teams tournament? If anyone wants to find a team, they should definitely hit up the Discord. There is a Form a Team channel, and myself and others can help you guys form teams. And if you have trouble registering your team on the start.gg page, also let us know. We can do some things behind the scenes to set that up for you, because it can be a little bit tricky. All right, this is going to be my one game of the night here as the boss. Oh, did that mess up my... That was weird. Something wrong? Oh, yeah, maybe the names were showing up weird. All right, let's hop into it. So I will be playing as Area 5, which can be not the strongest boss at the highest level, but because there's a bit of RNG with it, obviously, right? Because it'd be harder for me to talk and play, but you can maybe kind of guess what your upcoming attack will be, depending on how long it takes for you to charge your attack, but generally, I feel like it takes a while for the attacks to charge up. However, there are instances where Area 5 can hit hard, just depending on what sequence of attacks you get, right? There could be something brutal, some brutal combination only unique to Area 5 that might just find its way in there and throw your opponent off. Because that's the other thing, your opponent doesn't know what blitzes are coming, so it's hard for them to prepare properly. Unless they also estimate what attack it may be, depending on how long it takes to charge it. So it could be tricky in that regard, but I'd say generally it's not considered super strong in terms of like the tier list of bosses, but it could be fun to play. Fun to play against as well. We got next here. I will admit I'm not. I don't know really the optimal way to play Area 5. I haven't played it too often, but if you have any, if we have any pros in the chat, how would you play Area 5 personally? Maybe I'll steal your ideas for next time. As with most bosses, I'm kind of wanting to just get to a later stage, like the next two, maybe the next few phases I can put on a little more pressure. Generally, like, of course you can try to get that early kill, but it can be sometimes a safer play to kind of go for, I want to say something like macro-oriented, which is like a strategy game term where you may want to not necessarily like rush your opponent or rush the kill, just kind of take your time and let that power develop. Which is why you typically will want to use defense at some point. Unless it's like an Area 2 boss, I kind of like to do some rushes with Area 2. Or some early kills. But even with Area 2, I like to try to get to at least the third phase, meaning that 2 zones will occur before I try to put on a lot of pressure. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I keep it simple. I'm just farming Tetrises. It's a pretty safe way to approach Connected when you have One Piece preview. All right. Oh, maybe I should have stalled that a little longer, knowing that they couldn't rotate. But I think I'm putting on a fair amount of pressure here. Ooh. Oh, didn't mean to go defense. Can't hurt though, I guess. Ooh, they managed to stick it out there. Ooh, this drops. Oh no! 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 No one saw that. All right, stream's over. Thanks everyone for making it out. It was a pleasure, and that is going to get deleted. No, I'm kidding. We're going to play a few more here. Oh no, I didn't want to retry. No, don't make me do it again. Don't do it. Oh, I like how it shows exit for Diamond there. Ooh, yeah, let's get Tetri in there. Oh man, I had that game in the bag. Or did I? You know, the team was coming back. So I guess I would have lost either way, right? The team was about to go God mode, so who knows? We got Super Shock in here as a boss with Aquarius. I don't know if we've had an Aquarius yet tonight. The room ID isn't working probably because the room is full. But yeah, if anybody else hops in, feel free to try to snipe the lobby. Looks like we have a new player in here. If it either... Oh, okay. We'll get him in next game. But we also have... Oh. Lobby broke. Maybe someone try to leave. I'll set up a new lobby. All right, get ready. Get ready to hop in here. The room ID is about to show on your screen. First comes, first serve. Who is the best sniper of them all? Let's find out. Let's test that sniping ability. The greatest snipers will find their way into this lobby. Switch disadvantage. Ooh, that was pretty quick. Oh, and they left. Maybe they just wanted to test their sniping ability. So congratulations, Baron, for being one of the first 4 players there. Or no, you accidentally left. The flexing of getting in the lobby first. The fireworks backfired. All right, get my face off the screen here, and let's hop into it. I didn't even see what our team and boss was here. Oh, we still managed to have Super Shocky Aquarius. Very nice. Yeah, Super Shocky are 2022 overall trifecta champion. They were also the score attack champion. I do this like every time we have Super Shocky, but if you are trying to learn score attack, Super Shock has created one of the premier ST stacking guides, which is one of the best stacking methods in high level score attack. So if you're trying to up your score attack game, definitely worth checking it out. It can be intimidating at first to try to learn ST stacking, but when it clicks, it's a very, very fun method to try to play. Yes, of course. How can we not have Shocky's ST stacking guide as command? Because I bring it up so often. For good reason. So how's our team doing here? Let's see if we can hit that 19. Oh, not quite. It's a pretty quick 100 though, putting on a lot of pressure. I'd say half board attack is always a good strength for an attack. That's what you want. But yeah, let's see what Super Shock, how they approach playing Aquarius here. No defense just yet. I think they'd like to defend when Squeeze is enabled, like right now. Or they could be going for more of an all-in approach, so no defense just yet from Super Shock. Which is one way to play. And that makes sense knowing that Super Shock likes to play Area 2 bosses where, you know, not really letting off the gas can be strong. But this could backfire if our team is able to get to that zone, which is happening just about right now. I think Super Shocky is going to try to mix in some defense. One thing to note is that if you can force the team to not have an open well going into the zone, that would weaken their attack. But unfortunately, as you can see on the far right here, Yoshi has a clean well all the way down to the very bottom of the board, and with that comes a stronger zone attack. If you go into the zone with already, let's say 5 to 10 lines, or any more than 0 lines, your overall zone attack will actually be a bit weaker, which isn't known to everybody necessarily. So in this case, this could be a very strong zone, and we'll see if they're actually moving pretty quick too. So this could be a lot of damage to Super Shock. 142 with some speed, and all right. Super Shock not in too bad of a position here. Looks like they might want to bring it down a hair before they start to send some blitzes towards the team. And yes, if you're interested in playing in a team in the upcoming tournament, be sure to join the Enhanced Discord, which I just shared in the Twitch chat. We have a Form a Team channel under the TECWC category. I'd be happy to help you guys form a team for players of all skill levels. Alright, Tetri is pretty low to their board, so if Wabi or Yoshi runs into any trouble, they can maybe try to delay their board a little bit, like Wabi, as you see. But we'll see if Tetri can manage to res their teammates sooner than later. They might be able to greed for some T-spins, given how low their board is, or they could try to force a zone pretty quick. But I think ideally they are going to want to revive their teammates, because if you have 3 teammates going into the zone attack will be stronger. Oh. And yes, as you can see, players are trying to clap to the beat. There is this ring that is forming. When that ring hits the middle, you are going to want to hit a rotate key in order to clap. Just in case we have any new players lurking in the chat. Soloing in this is broken. Yeah, soloing can be strong as long as, like, you gotta clear your board very quick. And obviously, that can be done easier maybe as solo, but generally, you're gonna want to have all 3 teammates alive. So, they start with 2 lines cleared automatically, so this should still be a pretty strong zone attack. Something I'd like to note here that kind of gets lost is that, where is it? So around the, I gotta work on my whiteboard, but around the Super Shock avatar, you see these orbs floating, right? And those orbs will determine how much defense they have, so it could be a good metric to see if you want to see how effective the boss's defense will be from the teammate zone. Ooh, almost a perfect clear there for Super Shock. Does not get the square. Lobby with a bit of a interesting board here. They had a misdrop, and of course, the high stakes Put 2 long bars right on top of that misdrop. So yeah, Wabi getting to the top of the board pretty quickly, as well as Wabi's teammates. Super Shock is looking like they're going to get a killing blow. That was a pretty strong sequence of attacks from our Aquarius, with the high stakes in conjunction with the late game squeeze, which is really limiting to where you can place your pieces. But Tetri is not missing a beat here with these claps if Yoshi and Wabi can manage to stay alive here. And no high stakes just yet, so there is an opportunity to downstack a little bit. I assume this next blitz will be high stakes, so players may be bracing for impact slightly. You are going to want a little bit of space for those long bars to land here. And looks like Wabi has just enough space. And Yoshi is actually low enough to the board that I think Tetri can survive. I thought for sure they were going to top out there, but after that strong sequence of attacks, there was a kind of a more mild blitz is coming from Super Shock. And Super Shock is kind of high on their board, so I suppose they weren't able to put out attacks quickly enough in that situation. If any kind of zone comes in from the team here, Super Shock is going to be in trouble. Look how high they're playing, but Super Shock is competent using IRS and whatnot. Although a misdrop could spell disaster for Super Shock when they're playing this greedy. But this allows them to try to play for the win here, so. It's giving cute data some anxiety in our Twitch chat, and I do not blame you. However, this can be the right move. Like, Super Shock is pretty much going all in from this point, right? And it may pay off knowing how much trouble this team is in. Just need one line clear, there we go. But if the team manages to survive, like, Super Shocky is in trouble, so this is really make it or break it. If you survive as a team, it's like a nearly guaranteed win. Unless they have a weak, like, solo zone or something like that. Ooh, nice Tetra setup from Super Shocky. Oh man, this is close. High stakes? Ooh. Okay, Tetri delaying just a hair. Wabi can survive. Oh, this is tough. And Tetri doesn't know what pieces are coming up, so. Let's see, hopefully they have something to burn here. Oh no, they get the bump up. Oh, Wabi is so close. Can they actually revive? This might be enough time if Wabi doesn't miss a beat. Oh my god, it's so close. Oh no. Super Shocky takes it. That was a great ending. I feel like Wabi only needed like 1 or 2 more claps. And what a great spelling there. I don't think I need to enunciate it, but yes. That's a great game. Okay, I think we have time for one more match. If anybody, especially if you haven't played yet, feel free to give it a go. I think, yeah, let's see if Logic as Amal is a newer player, I believe, unless they changed their name or something. Also from Great Britain. But likely to be our last game of the night here. I'll get out of the player queue so I don't send mixed messages. And yes, if you haven't already, definitely be sure to register. Feel free to register as a team if you haven't already. Even if you don't have a team, you could still register and then find a team later on in the Discord. That tournament will be October 7th in Americas, and I believe it starts around, I guess it's October 7th, depending on where you are, and then further east in the world, Japan and maybe Eastern Europe, it may start around midnight or later, so going into the morning in Japan, October 8th. But yeah, all the schedule and everything like that should be available on the tournaments page and the start.gg page, which is available on that page. And yeah, I hope we get some stacked teams, because I think spectating teams is a lot of fun. It's a different dynamic than a lot of competitive Tetris. Oh, I missed it. Was Super Shocky going for ST? And it looks like they have a clean wheel down at the very bottom, so this could be a potent attack. Looks like we need some magic Minos to help clear this up. And they get them. The purple glowing Minos, of course, being the magic Minos, which will cause the blocks under it to fall or cascade downward, filling up any gaps due to that. All right, so yes, I'm going to say Logic. It's easier to say in a short span of time. Logic is running the Gemini boss, which is part of Area 3. In the Connected Teams format, you can pick a boss, any boss that you'd like. There's no limitations. You may run into some limitations later on if you make it to the top 4 in the best of 7 format. You can only pick a boss from one area one time, so then you have to go to another area. Ooh, Wabi at the very top there is going to top out, unfortunately. Baron with a interesting late game super T-spin double there. Yeah, let's see how this duo can do. I don't know if they're going to try to stall to spawn Wabi, but that probably would have taken a while. So they are going to hop into the 2-player zone. And this could actually be pretty strong still, starting with 4 lines. So they are going to want to kind of move through this as quick as possible in order to actually send a potent attack to Logic. Speaking of Logic, I don't know if any of you know, but there's a rapper named Logic, and I believe they streamed Journey Mode fairly recently. Well, I say fairly, but probably a few months back. Okay. Will anyone let me join? This will be our last game today, but we are going to be continuing community showcases going into the whole tournament season. So definitely stop by next week if you want to participate. Same time. No. Joshua, if you show up next week, we'll be sure to get you involved. You are first on the list. So yeah, Gemini, I haven't played a whole lot of Gemini as a boss, which is since the twin pieces. Any advice from any chatters or players in the chat that like to play Gemini? When's the best time to chain attacks? I feel like you probably want a nice like attack chain with Gemini, right? To make the most of that twin attack, because it takes a while to charge it up, in my opinion. So if you can have like a nice follow-up, that's probably how you can utilize this boss the best. So yeah, I think Logix is actually doing a good job here. They stacked pretty high with that twin attack, so let's see if they can get a quick follow-up. There we go. So that bump up, nothing in addition to that bump up, so pretty mild attack there. Yeah, Capricorn is a good choice for a boss. If you are newer to playing boss, I'd recommend any Area 1 boss, or yeah, some of the Area 4 bosses can be pretty strong. Area 1 probably is still the most welcoming to your first time playing boss. And then you could branch out once you kind of understand the timings a little bit, branch out into some other areas, or simply just pick the area that you like. I initially picked Area 2 bosses because I like the Area 2 music. It gets me in my zone, and then I just learned how to play those bosses. So. Being forced to play one of those twins is tough. Yeah, it can. Gemini can. It can really hit hard depending on the sequence of events. But ooh, potential for a curb. I think that's a curb, right? Or wait, no, they didn't have that. Oh, that was so close. Didn't have the proper. I think they held quickly, so I didn't notice. Only an ultimate. Alti sent one line. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at earlier. Like, if you're playing against a good boss, you're definitely going to want to. Ooh, a little lag there. We got super speed. You definitely are going to want your whole team to be a part of that zone to get the full zone attack. Uh-oh. Yes, you definitely need to be careful when you play against the squeeze splits, which is part of Aquarius, which is the first boss in Area 4. Where you see the man holding the hawk or owl, right? I think it's a hawk. Yes. Yeah, squeeze. If you try to play fast during squeeze and you're like, wait, I can't place any more pieces and I'm creating an issue for myself. Sometimes against squeeze, you just need to chill out, take your sweet time. So yeah, that can definitely be misleading. I agree with that. Twist, no rotation. All my homies hate twists and no rotation. Ooh, look at that twin piece from Baron. There's nothing they can do. Yeah, I think at this point they might just want to top out. We'll see if, so one way to bring your teammates back sooner is to try to go for T-spins. We'll see if Super Shocky, ooh, they do have a T-spin ready. Unfortunately, they got the twin attack, so a little hard to keep your T-spin well. I think a misdrop on that T-piece from Super Shocky. Hobby's board not looking too bad. Oh, but they had a, oh, that was actually a clever use of the twin piece there from Wabi. Created a roof so that there was an easy line burn there in order to maintain a clean board. Oh, that is, yeah, I definitely want to put that horizontal. That double T piece is brutal. The upcoming piece from Wabi, I don't know if they still have it in the queue there. They do, yeah. Oh my goodness. But, okay, if they can survive. Oh my god. Wabi was so close to topping out there. Okay. Some decent decision making here. Took a little bit longer due to the wall in the middle, but oh, they almost had the kill. That did more than I realized. They are going to need to try to come back sooner than later. Take advantage of this defense from Logic. Why does the Area 5 music go so hard? Let's be real, all of the areas have some pretty good music. Depending on the mood. Even Area, I like the sound of Area 3 right now. When you like, okay, everyone put on your headphones. We're gonna do a music analysis here, so. What I like about the Area 3 music right now is how it plays along with the piece movement. So obviously every area does that, but I just like the clarity you get in all like the spatial noises right now within the Area 3 music. Like for some reason the sound effects kind of pop on Area 3 in my opinion. You have that drum, that like bongo drum. I like it. That's definitely not a bongo drum, is it? Some kind of drum. Percussion. Yeah, I like Area 3, not so much for the melody as much as just how it all kind of blends together. It's like there's a lot of instruments happening right now, but it doesn't they don't overtake each other. So shout outs to the sound design team. All right, so how's our game going before I got lost into the music there? This is looking really tough for our team. Will Logic take the win right here, right now? They have some twin pieces waiting for them. Wabi's revive is very far out, so I don't see... There's like no way. Is there? They could like stack their twin pieces up on left and right. Looks like they're just trying to stall as much as possible first. One other approach would be just to like throw those pieces to the left and right so that you can maybe try to find a way to downstack. But yeah, it's looking very tough either way. Nice display of the Gemini boss and good teamwork from Wabi, Super Shock, and Baron. Oh, we had a rage quit. Okay, well, either way, that was our last game of the day. So thank you, everyone. Hopefully you had some fun. Maybe you learned something new. And as always, feel free to ask any questions pertaining to the mode, or if you're trying to learn something in our Discord. Plenty of players will help you out in this awesome community. So yes. GG's all. And we will be having another community showcase next Friday, theme to be determined. We can maybe throw in some more. Everyone likes connected matches, right? It's just a very good community vibe kind of game. So maybe we'll have some connected and then focus on a single 1v1 game mode. Any request? I'm thinking, could we highlight next week? I was thinking it'd be fun to do some classic, personally, but I'm up for anything. Everyone knows I like zone battle, but I get enough zone battle in my personal time, so classic would be fun. Some zone battle? Yes. I was thinking we could have like a zone battle focus a little later, considering our zone battle tournament is not until November. But yeah, we can give Classic some love. I think there's a lot of strategy in Classic that Classic seems like a very simple mode, right? But there's a lot of strategy that can get lost in the mix, and I feel like I can probably explain that fairly well and make use of my I don't have the John Madden on this screen, but make use of my screen highlighting. So yeah, maybe next week we'll do some Classic score attack, and we can continue some connected, so that players like Joshua that really wanted to play, maybe we can get you in some lobbies next week. I cannot handle 19 speeds. How to DAS 19? That'd be good to cover. Covering the delayed auto shift. So DAS is when you hold left or right. I'm mirrored in the webcam, but when you hold a button on the controller, it's going to maintain that speed. So how do you make use of DAS would be something good to cover. Anything in particular? Anybody would like to learn something about Classic, or any strategies people would like to learn about Classic? Let me know in the Discord. And yeah, we can get some casual Classic score attack matches going on. How not to Spire. That's a good one. Very good one. It can be pretty hard to keep your stat clean, right? You just have to know. I think one thing is people really greed for the long bar or the eyepiece. Know how to play conservatively, how to take the burns, right? Please keep CSA far away from me. Yeah, I can understand that Classic's not for everybody, but of course I love both modes, the modern Tetris and the Classic versions. I love any version, but okay. And with that, we are going to end stream. Maybe hang around. I might find somebody in the category to raid if you guys are looking to carry the love into another channel. But yes, I will see you all later. If you haven't registered already, definitely do so. Why wait? Dropping the link into Twitch, and yes, check out Twitch. If you're into the whole representing, if you're into graphic tees, definitely check out our merch, which is available at tetrisfect.game/buy. I will be, half my wardrobe is Tetris shirts, so I'll be wearing a Tetris shirt for each stream. Cool. So I'll see you all later, and thanks for joining. Let's find someone to raid. While we're doing that, I will put up the register now slide. tetrisfect.game/tournaments. All players, all platforms, all skill levels. I gotta use my announcement video voice anytime I say that slogan. Who do we got in the Tetris Effect category? Oh, you know what? Has it? Okay, this is this is something we've been talking about internally, and it's kind of a hype game right now. Has anyone been playing F-Zero 99? I might try to hop into. We have a Tetris community streamer. Wumbo Ties is playing F-Zero 99. It's a lot of fun. Wumbo plays connected versus on the weekends, so if you're looking to snipe some connected lobbies, definitely follow Wumbo Ties and tune into their Tetris Effect stream on Saturdays. Yeah, let's get a Wumbo Ties raid. That sounds fun. And all right, I'll leave you all with that. Thanks for participating tonight. Oh, does that work? Let me, does the raid pop up? There we go. Now it's working. All right, I'll see you all on the flip side. Be sure to join the Discord. Come hang out with us, and looking forward to next Friday for our following community stream. I'll see you.